Hello everyone, Treeks here. Welcome back to Kirby's Dream Land 3. Last time I promised... No, it was the time before that. I promised to finish off World 2. Last time you saw that did not happen. Took a little bit longer than 20 minutes to do that. However, this time I am certain I will finish level 2. It's only 2 more stages, so let's go into the first one. How many power-ups do we still have to show off? We have not seen all of them, I know that. There's one entire copy ability, we have not seen it all yet. I believe that it won't appear until the next world, actually. We have not seen Ice at all yet. And there's nothing I can do about it, because Ice has not even shown up yet at all. So therefore I'm certain we still have not seen all of them. Okay, Nago. We have not seen you in a very long time, so... let's go with you. The rock we've already seen with him. His stone ability, smashing the rock. Ow! Speaking of rocks, they fall from the trees apparently. Only in a video game, people. There's a lot of things falling from trees usually, but usually it's leaves and sometimes bird crap, but rocks? Yeah, there have been instances in my neighborhood of crows throwing rocks at people whenever they have a nest, but usually they're not that big of a rock. Okay, let's go sweep the floor. Easy way to traverse this room. Don't really have to do anything about it, because everything we touch immediately dies. Assuming it touches us from the side, of course. Everything that lands on top of us still hurts us. So don't think you're invulnerable with... Oh yeah, this room. As you can see, there's a couple of dead ends here and we need to guess which way we need to go. However, guess, this room is actually a mirror room compared to the previous room, and you can see all the pathways here. With the exception of the final one. And that one is still a guess. But all of the other pathways you can actually see which one is the correct one. So remember that. And then execute here. Top one first. Not only did we see that, but we also went the wrong way, so we also know for that reason it is not the right one. Second one is the bottom one, and this one, I'm not too sure. The second one, apparently. Okay. Hell yeah for guessing correctly immediately. Something in me tells me it was not a pure guess. I think deep down in my memory I still remember it. Not gonna lie. Okay, it is time for the mission. What do we want to do here? I should not have gone in here first. I need to go into the other room first. This is where we need to do the mission. First we need to know what we need to do. If we go in here, we actually find this pattern and this guy that is actually shaped after that pattern. Remember this pattern these blocks are shaped in. This guy is going to want us to sculpt. And what we need to sculpt is the very same thing we saw here. These blocks, we need to destroy a couple of them, so everything that remains actually becomes the shape we just saw. Yeah, video games make you sculpt things, apparently. It's not the reason I started playing video games, because the very first time I first started up Kirby's Dream Land 3, I did not have the ambition to become a sculptor. But apparently that is what video games make you do. This one is not that hard. The pattern is pretty easy, so it's easily replicated. I think the biggest challenge here is knowing that that is actually what you need to do. Because I'm pretty sure the very first time I went through there, I did not immediately realize that is what we needed to do. Okay, this is a room with a coup. So let's tornado our way across the next room. Whoosh. Making this room a little bit too easy. Yeah, tornado can be broken, I know. But it is a very valuable copy ability. So the moment you get coup and parasol, I would definitely recommend taking this ability. It is one of the abilities that actually makes you invulnerable the moment you activate it. The moment it is active, nothing can hurt you. Making it kind of broken, but it's also hard to use, I think. Because remember, only when you activate it you are invulnerable. It's not like that in between your spins you are also invulnerable. So timing this is definitely also a thing, and that's not particularly easy. As you can see here. I was pretty sure I pressed it, but it still counted me as being hit. Okay, there we go. Once you have completed the sculpture, this guy is going to be satisfied, give you the heart, which should be the final heart of this level. Because of this being the final stage in the level. There we go, I knew I could do it. Should have had a lot more 1-ups by now, but I'm apparently very bad at this minigame. Luckily I don't have to be good at it, because nothing is required from that. It's only for extra 1-ups or health. Okay, Acro. This guy is a whale, as you can see, and is the boss of the water level. There were a lot of water stages in this level, so it's suiting that aquatic guy is going to be the boss of this. He's pretty easy, as you can see. Just avoid his things and hit him. You can spit out the rocks he throws out the moment he hits the walls if you don't have a copy ability. If you do, simply hit him with your copy ability. When he's half dead, the second phase will begin. We will fall into the water and he becomes a little bit trickier. He's better in the water, you might say. This time around we're going to actually want to shoot back all of its projectiles at him. Some of them we can shoot back, like these anchors, so stay away from those. Mostly everything else we can shoot back if we shoot water against it and hope it hits him. Bam. These rocks as well, the moment he hits the wall we can also hit those back. Dang it. Usually I can get him in 2 cycles, but I missed a little bit too much this time. Okay, one more. Bam. Killed by your own babies. Even though your baby should not be coming from your mouth. Therefore, I'm going to assume they were not his babies. Just another instance of video game logic. Okay, but all hearts in hand. This area gets purged from the dark matter that corrupted this place. Level 2 is complete. Let's move on. To the now accessible level 3, which looks like to be a little bit of a rocky area. That is because this is Sand Canyon, no more Red Canyon. Hey Koo, be careful, Gooey also has feelings. Oh, never mind, Gooey's a creep, but apparently. Remember not to get on Choo Choo's bad side. Okay, the introduction was a little bit of a kill show for Gooey, but let's not talk about Gooey, let's talk about flower missions. We see a little bit of a mushroom on our screen. And that is because the mushrooms in this stage actually want something from us, namely to be the dominant species. This time around we want to kill all of the flowers. But don't touch the mushrooms. Leave them alone. We have been too nice for the flowers in the first 2 stages. Let's start killing them. So we can actually see what happens when we touch flowers, because in the first 2 levels we weren't allowed to do so, but this time we actually have to do it. The mushrooms want to be dominant here on the mountains. All of the flowers must die. Feels weird, me being a grass type and having to kill flowers. It's against my nature, but it's required for 100%, so I'm doing it anyway. Even in real life I'm against crushing flowers, I would never do that. No! There goes my ambition of this being a no-death run. It just got cancelled. Oh, and as you can see, all of the flowers or mushrooms that you have crushed, don't crush the mushrooms by the way, but if you do, they remain crushed, even if you return to the stage. That's the whole reason why I always say, if you fail a mission, restart the stage entirely. Don't think you can just simply kill yourself and try the room over. Everything you have done progress-wise will stay that way until you reset the stage entirely. Okay, we finally don't have an animal friend. We've had that for a very long time. For a minute we even didn't have copy ability, but managed to get that back. Kirby Solo, finally. Oh, hello. What are you? Bunny Kirby. What are you doing blending in with the background? This guy is actually a hint, trying to tell you there's a hidden room here with a lot of stars and a 1-up. Thank you, Hell Laboratory, for trying to hide something and just show where it is. That's not really hiding anything. Okay, animal friends galore. We have Pitch and Rick. Let's go with Pitch. We have not seen his fireball ability quite yet. We have seen it a little bit. I know I've shown that off, but we have not seen it in use yet. Practical use. So let's go work with him for a while. We've also already seen Rick's fire, so we don't miss anything on that. Let's just heal up, because apparently I am able to die in this game. I found out this stage, so let's keep our health high. I'm suddenly afraid of dying. I have not been in a while. I've not really noticed that yet, in all honesty. I never really thought about it, but at that moment I died, I suddenly realized, oh, that was my first time. Well, at least I don't have to worry about no death runs in this game. I remember when I played Super Mario World, those final videos I recorded were actually hell. Because me actually trying to do that no death run, and that was not a very good sight for my nerves. I know Metroid 2 and Super Metroid were also no death runs, but those games are a little bit easier to no death run, I think. I'm always able to do it there, so that does not really surprise me if I get it there. But 2D platformers usually are not that easy to do without dying a single time. This ability is not really that great to have. I do like to show it off in some instances, so that's the reason why I'm not ignoring this spark I just got. But I'm really bad with this. Oh, I still got him. Already counting on being hit again. It's a really fun idea, this radio-controlled bird, but it is not easy to use in all honesty. That's what I mean. Controlling Pitch is not that easy, so I usually get hit more than it actually helping me. If this is going to kill me, then I'm definitely never going to use it again. But I'll try to give it some screen time at least, until something else comes to my path. So far, I don't see any new abilities or a new animal friend, so this is what I'm going to work with for now. And there's only regular enemies in this room. Give me a cutter or something. Really? For some reason, this really reminds me of the Stone Age, with all these pterodactyl enemies and these cavemen walking around here. Did not realize Sand Canyon was in the Stone Age. I'm dying again. But I'm also not giving up this copy ability. If I have a copy ability or animal friend, I will never give it up. This is what I'm going to have to try to survive with. Until I get something better. Everything is better than this. Why is there no copy abilities in this room? I see the end of the stage. That's something. Okay. No, I can still die. There's still one more enemy. Okay, I lived. It's been a while since it was in the first room, but I killed all the flowers and left all of the mushrooms alone. Oh, thank you. The best time to actually get this bonus. At least the prize I wanted. Okay, there goes level 1. For stage 2, once again, a certain unique copy ability is going to be required. Gourmet race. Once again, I have not played Kirby Superstar yet, but a lot of things in this game also remind me I actually have to do that. Gourmet Race is one of my favorite songs from Kirby Superstar. It's also... Oh yeah, of course. Cacti's hurt. But it's also remixed in this game, as you can hear. It's a remix of Gourmet Race from Kirby Superstar. Really love that song. So I love it here too. Do remember to pick up Broom here, because there's not a strict combination that is required, but Broom is definitely required here. So have your Broom with you at least for this point. The correct animal friend will come in a minute. And yes, it is not Pitch. But the stage is kind enough to give you the animal friend that is required, so you don't have to worry about bringing an animal friend from another stage. That is going to be required in some instances later on, but this early in the game they don't do that quite yet. Okay, both of these guys will do. I will go with Choo Choo, because we have not seen the witch in a while. But any of the two is good enough. Choo Choo and Broom and Coo and Broom both work, so it does not matter which one you will bring along. The only thing that does matter is that you have Broom with you. I believe Rick and Broom also works, but if you want to do this with Rick, you're actually going to have to bring him from a different stage. Because he's not given to you here. And I'm pretty sure his Broom ability also works with what is coming up. You can kind of guess what is coming up, if Broom is going to be required. What do you think we're going to have to do? But not quite yet. First we need to get to that point, of course. See these two doors over here that are inaccessible? They are actually in the very same spot as they are in this adjacent room. So this over here is actually a fake wall. In here should be a door somewhere, and that is actually how you get this stuff. Nicely hidden. Nice puzzle this was, but it's not that hard to solve. And I must say, I really start to like this ability a lot more. I used to call this one of the least interesting power-ups because of its not having very good practical use, but I've been using it for a while in this Let's Play, and definitely really like how it works out. Okay, in case you're still missing a Broom, here you can find it. There's also an ice power-up here, but I'm going to have to skip out on that for now, because the mission is coming up, and that actually requires Broom. So I'm sorry, ice is still not coming up quite yet. But we will see it eventually, don't worry. It will still get its coverage. Here we have the mission, as the jingle indicates. This guy is cleaning, and he needs help. There's too many rooms for him to clean. So we have our Broom with us to help him clean. There's dust on the ground here, as you can see, and if you go over it with your Broom or your duster, if you have Coo or Rick, you can actually clean this up. Don't go try doing this with Pitch. Doesn't work with him, and I even believe Nago does not work. His going over the ground with his clean sweep, I believe that also does not work, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. I usually do it with either Coo or Choo Choo, because they're handed to you in this level. So I'm not really sure about other abilities, but as long as you have something that can sweep, it works. Okay, now that we don't need that anymore, it's time to use the melee attack again. I'm not really sure what to call this. Kirby just flings Choo Choo around when you have Cutter with her. Not really a name or something I can give a name, in all honesty. If somebody does have an original name for this, go right ahead. I won't stop you. Trying to come up with something original here. My inspiration draws a blank. Yeah, this place really reminds me of cheese for some reason. I wonder why. I believe there's a maze-like part coming up in a minute. And an auto-scroll section, but it's not this. I believe it's the next room. I do remember this being auto-scroll. Might be a different level I'm thinking of, but this was not what I was thinking of anyway. Nothing in the water, so don't bother falling in here. Damn. Don't you arch me. An archer is going to be a copy ability in a later Kirby game. It might be Kirby's Return to Dreamland or Kirby Triple Deluxe. I believe one of those two introduced Archer as a copy ability. It's not in Kirby Superstar. I know Kirby Superstar also has a lot of copy abilities in comparison to the Dreamland series. And I'm pretty sure Archer was not one of them. Not even in the remake of Kirby Superstar, Kirby Superstar Ultra. Even though that game added a lot of things, but Archer was not one of them, I believe. I think I would have remembered that. But it is going to be a copy ability in the future, Archer. Really funny to see how few copy abilities you actually have in these early Kirby games in comparison to the newer ones, like Kirby Star Allies, for instance, or Kirby Planet Robobot. If you see how many copy abilities are in those games. Man, how the days were simple back in the day, back in the 90s, when Kirby was still new. But anyway, we have cleaned your house. Assuming it was your house. Thank you for your heart. Mission cleared. Let's get for the maximum tomato. That's easy to get because it's at the edge and I still miss it. Me and my big mouth. Okay, I see time is up. So the minigame level is going to be next time. The first time the minigames are going to get a little bit more annoying to beat. But there's also still just levels to play, of course, and hopefully some more copy abilities to show off. We still have not seen all of them. So I will see you next time, and I will say, Treecks out later, folks.